Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, Texas just beat Michigan 31-12, and everything everything that we needed to go wrong to lose this game, or we needed to go right to win the game, should I say, didn't happen. You know, didn't happen. So, I guess we'll start with the offense. Offense is just abysmal. I guess it's abysmal. Couldn't get a consistent running game. You know, they had some little eye candy here and there that worked like on one drive to get in field goal range. Then they just stopped doing it. Just stopped doing it. All right, that. We did some eye candy on the first drive. We had a little success off of it. Let's just stop doing that. We just forgot about the eye candy and things like that. Let's forget about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Davis Warren, he's not it. He's not it. And it brings into question what was going on in the offseason. What was really going on in the offseason? Like, if Orgy couldn't throw, you knew that early. If he couldn't throw, you knew that. You knew that back in April and May. If he couldn't throw. But during camp, we were hearing that they were splitting reps. Why? If he can't throw and you don't believe he's good enough to put in the game like that, why is he splitting reps in practice? Huh? Who does that make sense to? You wasting snaps for the guy that is going to win the job, which is Davis Warren. Don't make sense. What did he throw? He threw 2 picks in this one. He got some garbage time yards at the end. I don't count them. That boy threw for about 100 yards when Texas really cared. The game was over, and he had a drive where they got a touchdown to Samaj. That's garbage time. That's garbage time scores. That ain't nothing. But they got outcoached on offense, defense, all around. They got outcoached. Sark did a master class on Wink. I'm gonna get to Wink in a minute, but the offense in general is just dumb. I remember it was a third down, and it was like a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and they do like 5 hitches. Like, bro, come on. They don't expect us to go deep. Why are you running this basic Madden play? Texas is just sitting on it. There was another 3rd down, I believe it was. Davis Warren locking on the receiver. It's not there. It's like when the pass rush comes, he's a deer in the headlights. Like, he seems to get that deer in the headlights, and he just, I got to get rid of it. Oh, great. You threw it to a guy that was double covered. The ball gets tipped, and it gets picked. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, everything just went bad on offense, honestly. Colston Loveland catches a little pass, might pick up the first down. He catches it, and then bobbles it, just drops it. Like, what? I've never seen that happen before. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just bad, If there was a guy wide open when the game mattered, not the garbage time at the end when it mattered. Oh, here go Davis Warren. He missing the guy wide open. Like, bro, what is going on with you? Like, if that's what you're gonna give us when the game matters, just sit him down and run the read all game. Like, for real, just sit him down and run the read all game. This showed, one, why didn't you get a quarterback in the portal? Like, why didn't you get a quarterback in the portal? I would say why you didn't get a big time receiver in the portal, but What big time receiver wants to come where they don't know who the quarterback is? And you got question marks at quarterback. So you could have tried to get one, which they probably did. But who's going to come when you don't know who the quarterback is? You know what I'm saying? So offense was just horrible. Donovan tried to do a little something, but he just ain't it. And Mullins did a little something. It just, the offensive line wasn't good enough for you to dominate in the run game. And that's what we had to have happen on offense. We had to have that offensive line get some type of push, or either the coaches scheme some of these guys open, try to scheme some of these guys open, or come with some trickeration, some misdirection, things to help out the running game. And it just didn't happen. Like they did it for a series and then they stopped doing it, what else we had for the offense? Some bad play calling. The play calling was bad just in general for most of the game. I like Warren's best play was a flea flicker when the game mattered. I know he could throw the pass to Samaj at the end. Who cares? The game is over at that point. I don't count garbage yards. Show me what you do when the team that you're playing actually cares. I don't count the garbage yards. Trying to make him feel better for his stat sheet. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But before half, it was there's about 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. It's second down, and we're down 17-3. Instead of letting the play clock go down until the 2-minute warning, you run a play. That was stupid. Because your offense hasn't been doing that well, so you want to get to half. That's what you want to do at this point, get to half. You don't want to stop the clock for them so we can have to punt and they get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? I think Davis Warren threw a pick the next play. I think he threw a pick or it was a fumble or something. Texas got the ball back that next play. But you still wanted to kill that time. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, you still wanted to kill that time and kill the 2-minute warning. You don't want to run a play before then when you're trying to get into the halftime to lick your wounds and maybe give yourself a chance. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to go into half 17-3 at least, not 24-3. Now it's like, all right, it's over. We really ain't got a chance now with our offense. So that's pretty much it with the offense. It's just bad. The offensive line still hasn't gelled. They did okay in some spots, but they didn't really create any nice size holes like where you're like, okay, it happened once or twice. Off eye candy, which they just stopped doing. And but that's pretty much it for the offense. Defense, Wink Martindale, come on down. Bring your that he didn't blitz. It was that the defense looked confused a lot of the times. That was the problem. Now, yes, the offense didn't sustain drives to let the defense rest, but they looked confused a lot of the times. They just looked confused and out of sorts. Jayshon Barham, I don't know who was hyping him up all offseason, and I watched his Maryland film. It wasn't that, but whoever hyped him up like he was that dude, y'all lied. Like, because he ain't that. He's not. He looked confused and out of sorts. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Wink that has me wondering now is if your blitz isn't working, if you're not blitzing, how good are you? Can you call a defense when you're not blitzing? Because when you weren't blitzing, the defense looked like they didn't know what the heck was going on. The dudes in the secondary, Makari Page has been around for a long time. He got destroyed by their tight end. Helm destroyed him. He was cooking him all game. Whenever he had to or whenever it was a throw, he got cooked. They didn't throw it with Will Johnson at all. That was smart. That was smart on their part. Sark, that was smart. But Jair Hill, he got lit up most of the game. I'm not sure if they were in zone on some of those or if they were in a cover two a couple times on some of those, and he saw the play and was chasing. But whoever was on the other side, whether that was Amir Hall, whether that was Jair Hill, that's where they went. And the linebackers, they exposed our linebackers. If I'm gonna be real, they exposed our linebackers, exposed the safeties, and our second corner also, and the D line. Wink. I hate a coach that is so cocky, like they invented the game, like they changed the game. Like, I'm so smart. I hate I'm so smart coach, and I'm getting I'm so smart from Wink. I'm the OG, boy. Shut up. Don't nobody care about an OG. When young dudes see the OG after a while, they like, all right, OG, go sit down and go retire. Get out of our face, OG. The game done changed. So when I see Texas in a formation and the left side is the strong side, and we got guys misaligned, just making it easy. If they got seven guys, well, let's say they got 4 blockers on the left side. They got 4 blockers, and they got some wide receivers over there in a formation where it's obvious they're probably blockers. Why the hell would you set up your defense, have your defense misaligned? That's free yard. That's Don Brown stupid stuff. Thinking, oh, I'm so smart. You got I'm going to misalign my defense and confuse them. You ain't confusing him. He laughing at you because it's easy yards. I can see if we didn't have some of the horses on defense, but you doing stupid stuff. These dudes ain't superhuman. You doing some of the dumbest stuff I ain't seen in years. Talking about you, the OG. OG, it might be time to retire. We should have hired UCLA's coach, defensive coordinator that came from the system. He's at USC now. We look like we're gonna have to deal with this bonehead all year. Because he don't know what he's doing. You got out-coached. Sark read you like a book. That dumb stuff you had going on. You got Mason Graham. You done put him at DN on one play. Well, they just run right away from him. You take the best D tackle in the nation and put him at DN, and they run it right to the other side. You line him up on the left side or on the right side as at DN, and they run clean to the left side. Your best player on defense, on the defensive line. That's stupid stuff. I can't take stupidity. I can take getting out executed, but I can't take stupidity. I can't take it, bro. Because the only chance Michigan had to win this game was for that defense to play lights out. And too many times, it looks like whatever you did, you done changed way too much on that defense, and them boys is confused. You got too many. Makari Page been around. Quentin Johnson been around. Will Johnson been there. Zeke Berry been in the system. McBurrows. Hausman. A lot of these dudes been in the system, and yet they still look confused. That means you done changed up a lot of stuff. That's what that means. Jair Hill's been in the system. This is going on his second year. So you've changed too much, and they're confused. I saw too much confusion because you're doing too much. You're trying to do too much. You're giving you're giving obvious things to the offense. That's what you did. You made it obvious a lot of the times. Now, shout out to Quinn Ewers, because when he wasn't, like, when the pocket collapsed, he was stepping up and finding guys. You know what I'm saying? He was finding guys. You know, but Wink is garbage. I'm sorry. He's trash. A lot of the stuff that he did, it was just trash. And not only that, I told people last week, I told them it wasn't smart to have your starters to be switching in and out your starters early in that game last week. That was stupid. That was stupid. You needed your starters to iron out the kinks. You needed your starters to iron out the kinks. You needed all those starters in the secondary to iron out the kinks. You needed your linebackers to iron out the kinks. You needed your front seven to iron out the kinks. But you were switching them out in the first quarter like a damn fool. Like, come on. And I knew it was stupid then. And people, that was stupid. When you knew you had Texas coming in, you needed to get your starters ready to go to play lights out football. Not, I'm going to get the fifth guy on the bench in there. Why? That was dumb. Too much dumb stuff. Like, I don't know what they thought last week was. You know, the offense is just trash. You know, you can say, why, what's it called? You can say, why didn't Orgy play? Your guess is good as mine, because if Warren's gonna just throw it, when the game was in question, that man threw for about 90 yards. All the rest of that was garbage time, so it means nothing to me. He threw about 90 yards when the game counted. I'll give him 100. I'm gonna be nice and give him 100. I can get that from Orgy. I'm sorry, and I can have him help the run game out because he's mobile. Davis Warren is trash. I'm sorry. He's not good. Like, and if either way, the offense is a struggle bus. So it's gonna be a long year, y'all. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long year, for real. Especially if the defense, if Wink don't know what he's doing on defense, and the sample size is small in college, but there's tons of people that said he wasn't good. Right now, I'm on their side. Y'all was right. I was wrong. You have it. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So if the defense ain't lights out, it's finna be a long year. Games that we thought we had won, we ain't got them won. So USC, Washington, Oregon, OSU, they all up for grabs as losses. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Me personally, I play Orgy because there's a possibility he can give me more. It just is what it is. You can, he can't throw. Well, can Davis Warren throw that well? He ain't throwing. Threw for 100 yards when it mattered. Don't come with the end of the game garbage stats. They don't count over here. It's too garbage. Too late. Too little, too late. Garbage time. No, I can't. You know, it was a point in that game where Texas was jumping everything. They were jumping everything because he's looking at the receiver the whole time. Oh, this is our passing. This is our passer. Give me the runner. Give me the runner. Give me the runner. Yeah, he can pass. Oh, okay. I'm going with what we got. Now we got Warren, we got Denegal, we got Orgy. Give me the runner. So because I can just run this ball. I can just run this ball all day. I'm running Orgy. I'm running Mullins. I'm running Donovan and whoever else, and that's it. Like, Warren ain't it, bro. Like, he's not it. He threw for what, 120, 30 last week against Fresno. Oh, okay. JJ's done that before. I try to tell people this ain't JJ. This ain't last year. This ain't that. So stop comparing him to a national championship team. So if he's giving you barely 100, he probably wouldn't have got 100 if the dogs weren't called off. Texas called off the dogs, and that's why he got those yards at the end. That's garbage time. So if he's just giving me 100, Orgy can't give me 100. Well, let me see. He can't, because what Davis Warren is giving you is, man, he giving you ain't got a chance to win pretty much. So I'd run that rock. I'm running that read. I'm running it. I'm doing jet sweeps. We didn't see jet sweep. We didn't see any trickeration to get them confused a little. No trickeration. All we saw was that flea flicker, and that was for like 30 yards or 25 yards. That was most of his yards on a flea flicker. Give me a break. Like, come on, give me a break, y'all. Ain't no taking up for Warren. I know some people gonna say he wasn't that bad. Yeah, he was. He was bad. He was bad. Like I know we try to make it seem like and try to be. He wasn't that. He's not good. Like, he's not. Every time he drops back, you're hoping, please, like, come on. So I'll just run the ball. I just run it. There's no point in every time it's a third, even if it's a 3rd and 2, you're like, oh God, please make the throw. Somebody, it was a 3rd down. Loveland is wide open in his face, and I think he threw it to Samaj on the outside, and the ball kind of went through his hands, but it was a horrible throw, low throw. It went through the bread basket when he was diving for it. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and 2. I don't see what you trying to throw for it on 3rd and 2. And I've seen more 5-wide sets in Davis Warren's 2 starts than I've probably ever seen with JJ. That is so confusing to me. Why are we running 5 wide for this dude? Like he's picking up, oh man, he's Tom Brady. Like, what are we running 5 wide for this dude for? I don't get it. You need to be in a 2 tight end set. Honestly, you need to put your linebackers on. You need to put those tight ends on linebackers. Get the greatest advantage that you can have. Klein, there's another hype. All that hype for Klein. Has he even had a pass thrown to him? Has they had one play designed for him? All that offseason hype. And people say, oh, Johnny, well, we don't run like that. We don't get intel out of practice. You see why I want intel? You see why I want intel out of practice? That's why. Because we don't know what the hell is going on. Klein, all that build up for Klein, we ain't seen nothing out of him. Am I lying? I'd have Klein on the line. I'd have Loveland on the line. I'd have both of them dudes on the line. Your 2 best options at passing. I guess Klein might not be a good option to pass the ball to. It's all that offseason hype that means nothing when the season starts. You know, so that's just what it is. All that intel out of camp was false. You know, I usually say take it with a grain of salt. Boy, take it with a grain of fentanyl. That's what you taking it with, because if you take it, you're going to be dead this year, what it looked like, because all that offseason, everything that kind of came out of offseason camp and fall camp was a lie. All of it was a lie. All of it was false. You know what I'm saying? But this is it. Remember they said the defense. This was This was the one right here that should have gave us pause for the cause. The offense has been winning. The offense has been winning. That should have gave us pause for the cause right there when they said the offense had been winning. This offense was winning against the defense. That should have told us right there, some ain't right. I know we were like, okay, well, maybe one of the quarterbacks is that. Nah, it's Wink. Don't know what he's doing. He done changed too much, and he got all them boys confused on what they doing, and he don't know how to call a defense. He doesn't know how to call a good defense. That's what it is. And that's why we got them reports out of camp saying, well, maybe it's the offense has been winning. Oh, the offense won today against our defense. That don't sound like it should be. That don't sound like it should happen barely at all. But that's why. Because Winky, he don't know what he doing. I hate it. Garrison, my boy Garrison, I apologize. You said it. I know you. I know other people said it, but I know for sure my boy Garrison on Scarlet and Blue said it. You was right, bro. He don't know what the hell he doing. Not with what he had. Not with what he has. He don't know what he doing. I think if Wink isn't getting home with the blitz, he don't know how to call a real defense, a successful defense. If that blitz ain't lights out, or if he's not getting pressure, he don't know what he's doing. Barely saw the corner blitz. A lot of the times in the beginning of the game, what he was doing was obvious. Like, there wasn't a disguise to the blitzes or anything. Like, Mentor disguised that stuff. And he blitzed the corner a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to pick up that corner blitzing from the outside. It's hard to pick that up. And so he's going to get there most of the time. So the quarterback has to get rid of it. Wink wants to blitz linebackers and stuff all the time. And that's not good. That's not good, especially when you're going against a good offensive line like this. They picked it up when we were blitzing. They picked it up most of the time. I would have loved to have seen how Jesse Mentor would have called this game against them with the same defense that we have. But I would have loved to have seen how Jesse Mentor would have called this game, because I guarantee this game would have turned out different, because he had them. Wink, he don't seem to know what he's doing. He just don't seem to know what he's doing. And that's going to make it a long season. And this is also why when people are like, our kicker was looking so good the first game, that's why I didn't get hyped, because we don't want our best offensive player to be the kicker. And it seems like that's what it is this year. It's the kicker. You know what I'm saying? So everybody out coach. Kurt Campbell, you don't know what you're doing, it looks like. Sharon Moore, your honeymoon period over, my brother. I hate it for you, but that honeymoon period is over. You got some coaching to do. You got some coaching to do. And it's gonna be some people that want you gone already this year, because it's gonna be a tough year for us, y'all. We might as well pin it down and get ready for it. It's gonna be a tough year. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be a tough year for us, y'all. So you might as well get ready for it. And Sharon Moore, it's gonna be a lot of people want your head right now, right this year. They gonna want your head, because it just don't make no sense. You went into the offseason and didn't get a quarterback, and you gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's gonna get fired this year or something. I'm just saying he gonna be in question for real, because Wink Martindale, if he keeps it up, he ain't gonna help you. He ain't helping you and it's worse for him because he still has studs on the defense. Kurt Campbell and Sharon, because y'all are offensive guys, what are your plans for the offense? What's your plan to get these receivers open? What's your plan to get Donovan Edwards in the open space? Look like you don't got none. Look like you don't got none. You wasted. And if Orgy wasn't that, why was he splitting reps in practice so long? Why was he splitting reps? These were the reports. Because all we get is reports out of camp. Nobody's there to really see it. Why were they splitting reps? You knew that man couldn't pass in spring. Or what? So it just don't make sense. It's on you. You chose to do these things. Nobody else chose to. You chose to do these things. So me personally, I'd sit Davis Warren down, getting us 100 passing yards a game. Sit down. I'm bringing in Orgy. I'm starting Orgy to at least see what he can do and see if we can just run the ball down people's throat, try to play ball control, and hope Wink don't mess it up on defense. But he may mess it up on defense. I'm going to keep it 100. This was a master class. Sarkisian pulled that was masterful on Wink. But I can't even say it was a master class because we still don't know how good Wink is in college. So it might not have been. I guess it was masterful. I'm just going to say it because it was for what he did to him. And also Quinn Ewers. But this dude looked like he got the defense confused. They look like they don't know what they're doing half the time. The secondary, the linebackers, they look so confused. And the offensive staff, y'all looking real stupid. Because if Texas would have kept their foot on their gas like Ohio, like if they play like this against Ohio State, like Ohio State probably will, you ain't getting nothing. Davis Warren wouldn't have even got that. We wouldn't have got that touchdown at the end. We wouldn't have got those little few yards he got at the end. Let's look at some stats real quick, and I'm gonna get on out of here. 204. If it wasn't for that, he would have threw for about 120 when the game was still decent. Donovan Edwards, 41 yards on 8 carries, 5.1 yard a carry. Mullins, 25 yards on 6 carries, 4.2 yards. Ben Hall, 14 yards on 3 carries, 4.7. Ben Hall looked good, but he's slow. He looked like he needed to lose 10 pounds or something. Because he's got a real short burst. It's real short and sudden, but he's got like no speed at all. He looks like he needs to lose 10, 15 pounds. You got to slim down, boy. You can't, you almost looking like a fullback. You got to slim down to get some of that quickness and speed back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jair Hill, I'm not sure about him. I'd probably start Amir Hall. I know my boy Marcus was saying, Jair Hill's young. So if you want to go through the growing pains with him, I guess you could, because he'll probably be even better next year. But I'd start Amir Hall. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to give you more consistently. I could be wrong. He got beat on that one pass to make it 24-3, but that was a dime. That was a dime. You would have had to have Will Johnson on him to even try to stop that. And Will might not have been able to stop that because that was just a dime. Once he broke back to the ball placement was exceptional. You know what I'm saying? So that's just is what it is. But Jair Hill in space tackling, it wasn't good. They benched him for a second. Amir Hall, and that's when Amir Hall got the touchdown on him. But Jair Hill in space tackling, it was boo-boo, you know. But this was coaching 101 all the way around. Sark outcoached all of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Or Texas's coaching staff outcoached everybody. They outcoached everybody on Michigan's side. You know, once again, the bright spot was what you call it, Zavada. Great. The kicker was the bright spot. Everybody else, it ain't hard to take much. You can't take much good for this. You really can't take. I can't really take nothing really good for this. It was a wake up call for where the team really is, but that can only go so far. I mean, is the offensive line gonna suddenly be get it together? Is Davis Warren gonna certainly turn into a competent passer that can read the field, doesn't get scared when the pass rush is coming. And is that going to happen overnight? Or does he need to play? Will they play orgy? They wanted to give Davis Warren reps, garbage time reps. Okay, I'm not sure how much those garbage time reps will go for the rest of the season to help him for the rest of the season. I don't think much, but okay. So I can't take much from this because most of the team didn't play well. Like, most of them did not play well. You know what I'm saying? And some part of that is because of Wink on defense, on the defensive line, doing horrible alignments, setting guys up to fail. And part of that on offense too, setting guys up to fail, not knowing, trying to pass it on third down, 5 wide sets like this dude is that. It's just bad all around, bro. Like, it is what it is. I don't know what to say at this point. You saw it, so it's gonna be a long season. Regardless, this is gonna be a long season. If Wink don't get that defense together, because what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. I can't say you know what you're doing right now because you did some stuff that got me scratching my head. Like, boy, you are an idiot. Like, everything these dudes said about you, you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't get the defense to be locked down like they should be, or like at least most people expected, it's gonna be real bad for us. That's our only hope. That it's not that bad is that defense. If it's not good / great, all bets are off, And if the offense can't sustain drives in these big games, it ain't gonna matter. The defense gonna get gassed, but it don't matter because they look out of sorts. They look confused and bewildered. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. That was horrible. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and I'm looking. It's gonna be a long year for them dudes because I'm gonna be on their head for the rest of the season. I told y'all evaluation has started against Fresno. I'm evaluating everybody. So, like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.